Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kensthetic and I'm here with you all today with a new video. So as you guys can tell by the title of today's video, we are doing a story time. I feel like I haven't done a story time in forever, but we're back and we got it together. I have brainstormed more things that I feel more comfortable sharing on camera now, so that's what we're gonna be doing story times on. Okay, so put myself a little lower so y'all can see. But today's story time is going to be, I believe I'm gonna title this video "His Girlfriend Was Crazy," because she was, and that's that on that period. So that will be the title of today's story time. So before we get started, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. We're on the road to 5K, so hit that red subscribe button down below and turn that on gray. If you enjoyed this video, if you like me doing story times and sharing the crazy events that happen in my life, then go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. After you watch its entire video, do not forget to drop a comment down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So before we get started, I wanted to address today's look. So I still have my faux crochet locks in. I put them up, well, my sister put them up in this bun for me. I just finished taking pictures, so if you're worried about, you know, why I'm so done up, that's what it is, because y'all know I be coming on camera to do my videos looking real easy breezy basic, but I just took some videos, so I'm like, let me go ahead and record this video since I look cute or whatever. But this bun with my faux locks in, if you want to know more about my faux locks, I have a whole video about it. I'll go ahead and link it above. What else? My lashes, little AliExpress lashes. My lip is Crown Me from the lip bar. I have these little jewels on my edges and around my ear, which was the aesthetic that I was going for this shoot. I got these from a little shop when I was in Ghana. Did I get them in Ghana? Yeah, I got them in a little shop when I was in Ghana. And then I have on this shirt that I got thrifted. So it's this Lakers Kobe Bryant shirt. And it has like this ruched detail on the bottom. But make sure you guys follow me on Instagram so that when those pictures drop, you can see the fire that we created. So that's today's look. Now let's go ahead and get into the story time. So, I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but I'm just going to try to keep it as short as possible. So in case you guys don't know, I have 3 phones. So I have like my main squeeze phone. So this is the number that you get if, you know, I really bangs with you. I have my iPhone 11, which is more of like my personal business phone. So if I'm working with like photographers or brands, then that's the phone I have allocated to that. And then I have a work phone. The reason that I have 2 like personal phones is just because I don't like giving everybody my phone number. That's something that I'm very like iffy about. So that was my way of separating the 2, and done deal. So some people do have 2 of my phone numbers, which means, you know, I really mess with you. If one phone is off, you need to call the other. You have access to do that. Bada bada, boom, bang. So in my life, I feel like I've only been in like 3 serious relationships, and I don't want to put no numbers out there, but one of my relationships that I was in was with a boy, and obviously, you know, we broke up, we moved on, such is life. I don't remember how we reconnected, but we started speaking again, but as friends. So, you know, he would call me once in a while to check up on me, and that was it. Boom. So he would call me sometimes and I wouldn't answer just because it's like, 1, you're not my man, and 2, I'm doing things. So if I'm doing things, like if I'm recording a video, I'm taking pictures, I'm not paying attention to my phone, so that call is gonna go missed. So if I called and he did not answer, he would call me at least 5 times, and then he would just send a text message saying he called, whatever the case was. I don't know. So he would call me to check up on me. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, that was what it was. So about a year, I want to say over a year ago now, because I was still at my first full-time job, I went to work one morning in a great mood. I went to the gym in the morning. I used to go to the gym before work. I used to drive up to work, go to work, leave work like at 6, 7, come home. So throughout the day, I would be in meetings majority of the day, and I would get majority of my work done like when I got home. So I was in meetings like from like 8 to 11, let's say. And I wouldn't bring my phone with me because I have a tendency of always looking at my phone if it's next to me, and I didn't want to be in a client meeting, paying attention to my phone. I just feel like that's very unprofessional. So I would leave my phone in our conference room and then just bring me and my computer to my meeting. So I was in a meeting one morning and I came back to my phone, and I would bring both of my phones to work just because I did. So I came back, and this phone and my iPhone 11, which is an iPhone 10 at the time, each had like 30 missed calls from an unknown number. So I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I barely get regular phone calls, and you mean to tell me I have 30 missed calls from both phone numbers from an unknown caller? Boom. So I sit down and I'm about to start, doing my work, and the unknown number called me again. So I'm like, F it. I picked up both of my phones and I went outside of work to answer because I really wanted to know, who is this? Like, I'm not dealing with anybody at this time, and that's that on that. I was just confused. And I'm gonna say this, I don't know if I mentioned this before, that he had both of my phone numbers. I don't know why I gave him both of my phone numbers, but he had both of my phone numbers. So I answer, and it's a girl, and she's like, oh, like, you're messing with my man, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna F you up, da da da. So I'm just like, whoa, like, who is this? Because she still didn't say a name. So I'm just like, I don't know who you're trying to contact, but it can't be me. And she was like, no, Kendra, da da da. So I'm like, oh, hold up, she meant to call me. So I'm like, alright, cool. Like, I still don't know who the male is, because at that time I was like texting guys here and there, but it was nothing that serious where anyone's female needed to be calling my phone, pressing me. So she's like, da da da, she's black and black, and she ends up saying his name. So I, like, my body literally froze, because I'm just like, what? Like, first of all, if you're gonna do this, have concrete, solid evidence. Like, what? So I'm like, I hung up. So I called his phone to inform him of what's going on, and to let him know, like, he knows I'm not like that. Like, I feel like that was my past life, but in current life and new life, it's a no. So calling him, he's not answering. So he texts me like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, I'm calling you. And he ends up calling me back, and he's like, oh, like, I don't want to get involved. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to get involved? You're already involved, because I'm confused what's going on. So whatever, I went back into work, was doing work, and then he called me during my lunch break. So I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? Somebody called me claiming that they're your girl, and like insinuating that I mess with you. And he was like, oh, don't pay any attention. I'm like, how can I not pay attention? Because she called me 30 times on each one of my phones. So clearly she got both of my phone numbers from somewhere, which is AKA you. And after, like, she called and that little thing happened, she kept calling. I ended up having to turn both of my phones off until I went on my lunch break. So he's like, give me a few minutes, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So whatever, had my lunch, he called me back. So he was basically saying how she came over and she took his phone, and she claimed like she had lost her phone and she needed to make a phone call from his phone or whatever. And she went through his phone and took like phone numbers that he had in his call log and his text or whatever, and was like hitting people up. So I'm like, okay, the only thing that she could have really saw was like how many times he was calling me, because we would barely text, and like, it would be no incoming calls, it was only outgoing. So I'm like, okay, cool. Boom. So I'm like, okay, cool, just let her know, like, what it is, we're just friends, and I just don't need this in my life right now. So I guess he went back, he spoke to her, whatever, and I guess she was still upset because, boom, next part of the story. I wasn't really checking Instagram during the day because I wasn't really posting like I do now, and I just wasn't really interested in like Instagram at the time. Now I'm like more into Instagram, but at that time I was just like, how do I get out of this job? Like, my job, getting a new job was my main focus at that time. So anything that didn't have to deal with that, if it wasn't a job calling me back for an interview or telling me I got the job, I wasn't paying attention to my phone, honestly. So I go on Instagram, and homegirl found my Instagram and DM'd me. And I forgot what she said. I probably have a screenshot somewhere, but I didn't have the energy and the time to look for this video. But she DM'd me basically saying like, oh, I found you, da 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 da, you ugly bee, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, like something is clearly wrong with you. I don't mess with him, and you're doing all of this for what? So I'm like, okay, boom. So I get a notification from Facebook Messenger. I don't use Facebook. Facebook is like family related stuff. I post on Facebook to let my family know I'm good, to let my family see how I'm doing, and that's that on that. I get a notification from Facebook Messenger, and I don't know if I can still see it. I don't remember how I found out what her name was. I think he said it when he called me to explain everything. But it's basically a message from her name with some last name. I don't remember. So on my Facebook, like I have my school, like I went to Binghamton University. Everybody knows I went to Binghamton University. And she writes me and she's like, oh, you in Binghamton, like next time I come up there, like I'm gonna F you up, blah blah blah. So I'm just like, girl, like I done graduated, I have my degree, I have a job, I'm living in the city again, but you don't know because you're just looking at my page trying to put pieces together. And also when she looked on my Instagram page, she didn't really see anything because I wasn't really posting at the time. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And he used to go up to Binghamton to do whatever business he had up there. So, I mean, it kind of would have made sense, but it was like, no, girl. Him and I dated when we were like in junior high school. So, whatever. So, after that, I guess he spoke to her. She calmed down. So, he called me like when he knew I was home from work. And I explained to him like, you know, she wrote me on Instagram. She wrote me on Facebook. Like, I'm not here for this. So, you know, resolve whatever issues y'all have and just leave me out of it. Even if it results in us not being friends anymore, I'm good. So after that, after she kept calling me, after we had spoke on the phone or whatever, I called Sprint and I'm like, please change both of my phone numbers because I don't need anybody harassing me from a blocked number about something that has nothing to do with me getting a new job or money in my pockets. I just feel like I'm just not here for it. Like, that's just petty, immature drama. And if you know me, you know I'm not here for it at all. So I changed both of my phone numbers. And after I changed them, you know, I had to text everybody like, hey, I got a new phone number. I had this phone number since like I was in junior high school or high school. So people were just like, what? Why did you change your numbers? And you know when you tell a story one time and you got to keep telling it, you just get tired of telling it. So after a while, I just told people like because I wanted to. So that's how and why I ended up changing both of my phone numbers, and that was part one of the story. So part two of the story is on Sunday. I was recording, uploading my morning skincare routine. If you didn't see that, go ahead and check it out. And I started recording my my Hot Topics mukbang video. And when I was in the kitchen preparing my cereal, which I had for breakfast, my phone was going off. Like, my phone was ringing, and my phone rings so seldom, like, and I don't get phone calls like that to the point where when my phone rings, I'm like, damn, like, what is that? Like, whose phone is that? It's not mine. So I was the only person home at the time, so I'm like, it has to be my phone. So it kept ringing. When I'm recording videos, I don't pay attention to my phone. My main focus is me, my camera, and getting this content out to y'all. So I was like, okay, I'll check my phone later. The phone kept ringing, the phone kept ringing, the phone kept ringing. You would have thought that there was no like answering machine and no 30-second limit on the phone ringing. Like, it was just insane. So I went to my phone. So I'm getting Instagram video calls from like a profile that I don't know the name. Like, I'm not familiar with this name, whatever. So I went on my Instagram and I saw that this page recently followed me and liked a whole bunch of my pictures. I never think anything of that because, not to sound cocky or anything, but pages always do that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So then I get a DM from the from the Instagram profile, and they're like, damn, Kendra, what did I do to get blocked on everything? So I'm like, who is this? And he was like, oh, it's his name. And I'm like, I'm not even going to show y'all the page, but the page is blocked, so I can't even show y'all the page. But the page is his dog's Instagram page. Like, his dog, like, he has some special breed dog. I don't know, don't ask me. And it had an Instagram page, and the page had a lot of followers. So I'm like, okay, poppin' dog. But your owner needs to leave me alone because it's nothing here. And that's that on that. So I ended up blocking his dog's Instagram page, and I just went on with life. But I'm just like, I don't understand what you could have possibly wanted from me, because you know what happened the last time we spoke. You know why you're blocked on everything. I hate when people ask questions that they know the answer to. It's like, you know why you blocked on everything, so why are you acting confused? Why are we acting confused? So that's the story time on one, why I had to change both of my phone numbers. Two, his girlfriend was just crazy. I don't even know if it was his girlfriend she claimed to be. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. But it was just a no in my books, dog. Like, it was a no. If you know me, you know that I do not tolerate like bullying, bothering, any of that, annoyance. Like, I just can't do it, whether it's from somebody I know, somebody I don't know. It's just a no for me. So comment down below, let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions. Let's chit and chat down below on this story time. I have more story times coming for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you guys are excited for the next ones. But I just want to close this video saying that I am single. I do not speak to anyone. I don't want to say I'm not interested in speaking to anyone right now. Like, if somebody comes my way and they check off enough of the boxes, then it could be a thing. But that's it for now. So make sure you guys subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, drop a comment down below. And until my next video, which won't be tomorrow, it'll be the day after tomorrow. It'll be my nighttime skincare routine. Make sure you guys tune into that, because I got some gems and tips for y'all. Yeah, so until that video, I'll see you guys later. Stay blessed. I love y'all. I hope you guys like this look. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram so y'all can see these photos once they drop. And yeah.